Check it out Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern. James Harden and the Rockets, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, both teams 5-1 since the All-Star break.
Well, since Kawhi got on their case, they haven't lost a game.
5 in a row, and he knocks down that. They were up 10 after 1 were the Clips, and they would open it up in the second quarter.
That's what you do.
Montrezl Harrell.
You're going to play the little leprechaun, post them up. And Doc Rivers did a great job tonight with his game playing. Oh, you going to play this little kid Zubac Jabbar?
That's Zubac.
You going to play these little guys on me? I got a trick for you.
That was his son.
It don't matter.
And Marcus Morris for 3. Houston had been 10-3 with this small lineup. But boy, they really struggled from deep in this one. 2 out of 22 from the promised land in the first half.
Think we can beat 2 out of 22 up here?
Oh, yes, for sure.
On this panel. You know, it's amazing, though, Shaq. They forced James Wright the entire game plan. Yep. Great playing attention to the game.
Teams have done that, but James...
They really...
They did a great job.
But they never went for when he tried to go one way and go back. They stood his right hand.
I'm not saying that they're it, but teams have done that, and he's played well against it.
Mike D'Antoni checking that halftime score, 67-44.
Man, this guy's really picked it up since the All-Star game. He got on his case, their team case.
25, 6, and 5 for Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, good pass.
Zubac again. He had a season-high 17 points. Had 12 rebounds to go with it.
Give me that.
Looking like baby big country.
And then Montrezl Harrell. And a long night for James Harden and the Rockets, who fall 120-105. 6 wins in a row for the Clips. 3-game home winning streak for the Rockets is snapped as they shoot 36% for the game. Harden, 4 out of 17 and 0 for 8 from deep. Westbrook has 29 to lead the Rockets in that loss. Meantime, Kawhi Leonard, Cyborg, 25, 6 and 5, and a post-game interview with Alex. Very business-like Clipper win in Houston, and then it's the Denver Nuggets and the Charlotte Hornets.
Cash out.
This was a good game.
It was. Jokic inside, and then Will Barton.
Will the thrill.
Willie B. Buckets, 60-51 at the half. But Charlotte outscored him 31-20 in the third quarter. Devontae Graham.
I still think Denver needs to play Michael Porter Jr. a lot more.
You saw Graham again, and then Willie Hernangomez. One. Terry Rozier connects 94-86. Charlotte.
Yeah, anybody at that game?
No, not at all.
Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
Jokic 14, 11, and 8 on the night. Yeah, we've seen that play before, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
That happened to me in
you've
college.
seen that, haven't you?
Happened to me in college.
Yeah.
Did it really?
It did.
It did, as a matter of fact.
Keep Gatlin.
And our guys are so on top of it upstairs. Here you go.
Game was over. We had already lost.
Are you serious? Yeah. Oh, you got to knock the hell out of somebody.
Yeah, they were upset. I was so mad.
Oh, you kidding? You got to knock the hell out of somebody.
Let me tell you. You see me going out? I'm about to go out there.
No. You got to check. You got to knock the hell out of somebody.
We were ranked number 1 in the nation.
Cut it out. They did that? No, Shaq, you know you got to knock the hell out of somebody.
Well, not Kenneth, Charles.
Come on. Listen. I'm only friends with me and his dad that called him Kenneth.
Yeah. Game tie. Jamal Murray, who took responsibility for the loss at home to Golden State the other night.
That's a hell of a shot right there.
Yeah.
That's great defense.
Can you show what I did to Maryland the next game?
Oh, there you go, Kenneth. There you go, Kenneth.
Okay. Derek Lewis and all.
Rozier. And their last chance bounces away. The iron, Shaq.
Unkind.
114-112. Denver wins it by 2. They are 5-0 in games decided by 2 points or less. They've won 4 out of 6 and 8 out of 12, and the Hornets lose their 3rd straight. Can we take a look at the Western Conference standings and see how things are shaking out there?
Chuck was still right there.
With the
we who?
Us in Portland.
You 4 games behind.
How many guys got left? 16, 20?
You just lost to the 76ers at home.
You're all right.
How about?
Fine.
I tell you what.
You're not fine.
You name the price, I'll take it.
You're not fine.
20,000?
Make it 20 million.
Is it?
Hey, let's take it. Hey.
It's Lakers-Clippers 1-2 right now. Does it finish Lakers-Clippers 1-2?
Yes.
Actually, make it 20 million because that's how much I'm suing State Farm. Using my likeness in a commercial without my permission.
Hey, Ernie, let me tell you something.
I actually wrote that commercial.
This is a big weekend for the Lakers.
Why?
Well, they play Milwaukee tomorrow.
Yes.
And then they play the Clippers Sunday.
Oh, yeah, this is a big weekend.
And if they lose, listen, Ernie, because I told you, I think the Clippers are going to win the West.
Do you think they're going to be the number 1 seed?
It won't matter if they play in the Clippers, honestly, because you're staying at home.
It don't matter, but
Can the Clippers catch the Lakers?
yes.
Before
I think I'll know after this weekend. If the Lakers lose these next 2 games, they're going to get caught.
No, they're not going to.
Yeah.
They're 5 games up.
There's 6 games up in the loss column.
Right. I don't think
They're not going to catch the Lakers.
Well,
the Lakers will win.
Well, the Lakers and the Clippers are going to be 1-2 when it's all said and done. Let's be realistic. And they're going to play in the conference finals.
And Kenny, I think the Clippers are at the point, like, look, we're veterans. As long as we get some type of home court advantage, we'll be fine.
Well, you know, Shaq, after they lost this first game after the All-Star break, Kawhi called them out.
You said that 40 times.
No, I'm just saying, though. No,
I know now. I didn't know.
no, but I'm just saying, though, they haven't lost since he did it.
You said that 38 times.
He
he called him out.
Yeah, we.
What did Kawhi do?
And who's the best leader in basketball?
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Just check it, man.
Chris Paul.
If you say that, these 2 things one more time, I'm going to slap you instead of keep Gatlin in Maryland. Just keep saying the same
But
shit.
you didn't slap him.
No, instead of I was going.
Stop the tough talk, Kenneth.
Keep Gatlin.
Cornelius
Do me a favor,
college player, Keith
staff
Gatlin.
on crack. I want to see that tape again.
Yeah, look, man.
Please show that again.
That was our first ever home loss.
Kenny.
No.
After getting the basketball, booty tapped. Booty tapped.
I love that.
Paul, you don't know what it feels like to be number 1 in the
Hey, Paul. I love that,
You don't know what
Paul.
that feels like.
Come on, man. Show the tape, man.
Look, Kenny, ball you,
The
man.
game was over.
What's the score?
The game was over. Look at my body language as it was. You saw I was like, the game was over.
Ball you,
and
man.
I was like, man, they beat us, and it's the first time we got a loss. I was
Off your ass.
No, it was on my back. Thank you.
No, off your ass.
Wait.
You got mad.
No,
He gave you
let
the
it
foot.
play.
Yeah,
Let the
no.
tape play.
after it.
Let the tape play.
You ain't do nothing.
He might have went after me. He didn't grab him.
I ain't grab him.
After the booty.
Hey. I ain't take that.
No, you ain't do nothing, Kenneth. Stop. Kenneth, stop it with the tough talk.
Come on, tough guy.
America sees
You
the
just,
tape, Kenneth.
listen,
Stop
you just
it.
got the booty tap on national television. No, the booty tap. My man was right. You got the booty tap on national television. Tough guy.
Hey, listen.
Hey,
Man.
I knew you were soft. I know you were soft.
That was my first loss. That was my first
got
loss
his
in
booty
Carolina in
tap,
that gym.
Hey, check. He got the booty tap.
Hey, I'm sensitive.
He got the booty tap.
Check. Got the booty.
Hey,
Tap that booty, Keith. Tap that booty, Keith. Tap that booty, Keith.
Hey, but
Tap that booty. Tap that booty.
I will say something. It's very hilarious, but I will something. That is the game that made
stop it.
the late, great Len Bias who he was. That was the Len Bias game when he had 35 points in that game against us.
We don't care about the other 35. Rest of people in about. We care about the booty tap. Those are 2.
First of all, is there college footage of you anywhere?
We're going to take a break here on this side.
Do it again, Chuck.
We'll be back with more.
Let's do the
We're
booty tap.
retiring that play.
I'm telling you,
Back here on the American Express halftime report. Steph Curry's going to play tonight. Has missed 58 games. Hasn't played since the end of October after breaking his left hand. But he's back in there tonight after missing 58 games. We talked to Kristen Ludlow.
Anybody who's had surgery knows it's a long time before you feel all the way back in terms of, what it felt like before. I always can compare each hand to or the right to the left and know that there's a difference. But for me to be able to get to the point where when I'm out there on the floor, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just playing basketball and adjusting to what the new normal is. And that's the part I'm excited about, just knowing all that I've been through, that I'm confident enough in my hand to go out and play an NBA game at the level that I need to be at, and the intensity and the physicality of it all, and be all right.
Played 4 games before breaking the hand. We have our first final of the night. This happened just moments ago. Jamal Murray tough shot to break a tie in Charlotte. Hornets would have one more chance.
That's a shot.
Terry Rozier.
Slide.
Slipping and sliding, and that one bounces. Wins it 114 to 112.
But the good thing about it was Steph, he went down to the G League to play against some good competition before he comes back to a real NBA game.
Exactly right.
He leave him alone.
42 and 20 are the Denver Nuggets.
What's the G League for real?
He played the game. He didn't want to play
a workout.
He didn't want to play against them bombs he played with up at Golden State. He went down to the G League to get some real competition.
Okay. How many Steph go for tonight in his return?
15.
I go 14 shots.
15.
How many points?
14 shots in 24
How
minutes.
many points is the question?
How many points
played
is he going to
24
score?
minutes.
Don't matter.
Answer the man's question. That's his question.
Tap me again. You see, I throw this water straight at you.
How many points will Steph Curry?
Answer his question. We get paid. 17.
17.
In 24 minutes, he's 14 shots. I'm going to go. He goes 6 for 14.
First of all, don't try to count on
So
TV.
I'll give
People
him
realize you're dumb.
18 points.
I'll give him 20.
18.
Don't count on
I'll
TV.
go the high. I'll go 20.
You don't want people
That was really that was a very difficult question. How many points is he going to score tonight?
Come on, man.
Playing 24
Answer the
minutes.
question, oh. What's the answer the question?
5-year-old guy to play me.
You were sleeping that
Yeah, that was rude and
Can I
inappropriate.
use the likeness?
That guy looks nothing like me. This is delicious here. I don't know what that guy is.
Thanks, Jet.
You will be hearing from our attorneys in the morning.
We
Telling you
truly,
this now.
We didn't usually like this. It wasn't you guys.
Let me tell you something. As soon as
come on. Really,
Ernie.
that's us, really.
come on,
Hey, that dude do look like you, Chuck.
Yeah.
why are you so small, Kenny?
Because I just feet the seat.
Because he just knocked the seat down. Yeah.
When I'm watching TV tomorrow and I see one of them attorney commercials come on, I'm gonna call him.
Hey, hey, listen.
Better call Saul.
Nothing like the original.
Oh, the hammer. The hammer.
How did I get the night off? Oh, load management.
Yeah. Hey, let's look at the American Express teammates. They're not actually teammates, but Norman Powell's had himself a nice first half for Toronto. 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting, hit 3 from deep. And Steph Curry scoreless in the first quarter on 0 for 2 shooting. It has 11 in the first half, 3 out of 9. 2 out of 7 from deep, including that one we showed you as we came in. But what'd you make of the return of Steph Curry after missing 58 games?
I'm just great to see, one of the greatest players in our game on the floor. Now, in the summertime comes, he'll be working on his game and not rehabbing. So, nobody's running?
No.
Okay.
We're not hanging with you anymore.
It's like that. But I'll tell you what he does. He obviously, he's a magnet for the defense. So all of a sudden, there's different spacing when he's on the floor. You look how freeze it here. Norman Powell is not denying. No one else in the whole floor is being denied except for this guy. So what that creates is a better driving lane for Marquise and a better passing lane for him as well. Because now he's able to get the ball and move it out because there's only one guy. But the constant movement of this guy here, but freeze it here. Now, look at the attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's eyes is towards Steph. But he's a magician with the basketball, and he can find guys that aren't there and get them easy shots. This is what Steph Curry, MVP, does. And then the movement. He's never stopping. He's never going to stop moving. No point guard on Golden State can do what he does. He's never going to stop. He's going to find opportunities. I don't see it there. I'm going to move back out. I'm using screens. Freeze it here. And now most people say, well, the play is over. Toronto's done a great job defensively. But this guy with 2 different color sneakers on says, no, you better step out a little further because that's cash, rules, everything around me.
From the A in Chase, he knocked down that 3, 11 points in the first half. The story for Toronto, though, was Norman Powell, Shaq.
Yes, even though Kyle and Siakam is the 1-2 punch, they're pretty good at doing it by committee. They did that last year in the championship. And today, Norman Powell, it's his night. This guy usually averages 15.9. He has 23. And look, when you're hot, they get you the ball, and that's how most championship teams play. Okay, I know this is my team, but this guy is hot right now. He's shooting the ball. Let's just give him the ball. Here he is right here getting in the scene, and right here he has the ability to do this, to pull up. Boom, when you're feeling it, whoever is feeling it on the team, whether they're the go-to guy or not, you get it to
work.
Yeah, he's had a great year. 50% shooter this year and 9 out of 14 in the first half. Chuck?
And I just got to take my hat off to Nick Nurse and Masai Ujiri. These guys are well coached. They do a fabulous job. They got a great organization. You know, I think most people thought they were going to fall apart when Kawhi left. For them to be as good as they are this year, you got to take your hat off to the Coach Nurse and Masai because, man, these guys are balling. Mark Gasol has been out a lot, but these guys are playing great. And they just play smart basketball, which was underrated in today's game.
They've led by as many as 14. The lead is 7 at the break, and we'll be back with more on the American Express Halftime Report in just a second.
Check out the commercials.
Yeah,
We thought you was our friend, Kenny.
Yeah.
I've been just J.A. That can't be his name.
Players of the
Somebody
month.
name their kid J.A. and stop.
Players of the month.
It's got to be some more stuff going on.
Greek freak.
Yeah, it's got to be some more letters. You just can't stop at J.A.
That's not true. Ja Rule.
Oh, man.
Maybe he was named after Ja Rule.
Makes me want to go to the Fire Festival. All right, so give me the update. Give me the update on the All-Star balloting, would you please? In the Western Conference, by the way, LeBron James has taken over the top spot overall, going from third to first.
Ooh, this is interesting.
I'm not mad at this list.
But here's the deal. That's in order of votes, but in the front court, it's LeBron and Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard with Paul George fourth. Doncic and Harden are in the back court, 1 and 2 with Lillard third.
Well,
Alex Caruso, look at him. He's sixth among
Ernie, your son looks good out there.
back
Listen,
court.
this is set in stone right here, Ernie.
Yeah,
I
think
this.
so.
That's
too.
gonna
And
be
it should be.
And it should be correct.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll say the same thing about the East.
Why not?
Well, because let's look at it. Giannis, Embiid, and Siakam in the front court. Trae Young, Kyrie Irving would be the back court right now because Jimmy Butler is fourth in the front court.
Well, see, listen,
And
You gotta change the rules.
we got to change the rules.
Well, this is the fans who they want to see.
Yeah, I know that.
It's the
but see,
second returns. It's not
Look
it.
at, see, we just can't be letting everybody vote.
well, there's going to be it's the fans, it's the players, it's the media.
Last time we let all these people have an opinion, we had a catastrophe on our hands.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
White House.
What are you trying
White House.
Now-
Can't let everybody vote.
We can't let everybody have an opinion.
Now, is Trae Young an all-star?
He's playing all-star-like, for sure. There's no doubt about it. He's playing all-star-like. And
Well,
If he's not voted in as a starter,
it's close.
should-
But
if
according
he-
to Shaq's rules, he has to get in.
No.
Because you said it's not about the team, it's about the individual.
they have
Shaq,
the worst
you- see,
record
now
in the
you
league.
go again, Shaq.
Stop. And you just said it. He's playing all-star-like, so you're correct. Okay, you're
Right.
right. You're right. You're right.
I would say
The team had that. Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Winning matters.
no, winning does matter.
Winning does matter.
Winning
Stats
matters,
matter.
but I would say
I'm told
that it's extraordinary numbers that he's putting up.
Melo in 2015, 10-win Knicks, and he was an all-star starter. So Trae Young
Stats.
with the 8-30
All-star
Hawks
is
right
singular.
now.
Don't forget it.
Yeah, I just say
Star.
this, sir. I'm not saying that
By many
his team
points,
is on,
rebounds.
the
charisma.
only reason he gets my consideration is the numbers are astronomical.
Thank you.
They're, even though he's on the worst team in the NBA,
I thought the Hawks would be better.
but the John Collins suspension,
That hurt.
That hurt.
That's
That
not,
hurt.
No, but I
They
thought,
were actually playing decent.
No,
They were close to
because-
500
because
before he
you know
did that. They were
DeAndre,
5-5.
the guy I thought was going to be in the conversation of Rookie of the Year, DeAndre Hunter, has not did what I thought he was going to do. Cam Reddish has not did what he was supposed to do. Like when you get 2 lottery picks, you should not have the worst record in the NBA. Listen, you know I like John Collins, but when this season started, the Hawks had 2 of the top 10 draft picks. I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but just because you're a lottery pick don't mean you're going to come in the first year and
Your
do
first
work.
year. and get
Yeah,
it
but
done.
you should not have the worst record in the NBA.
So the fans have Trae Young and Kyrie Irving as the starting backcourt right now.
Well, they
Kyrie
can't do
Irving has
that.
played 11 games.
Listen, Kyrie can't make the All-Star team
Why?
because he hadn't played.
Played 11 games.
I'm just asking. I don't want no problems.
He don't want no trouble, man. He hadn't played.
Yeah, I think that Trae Young is kind of like when we were voting with Russell Westbrook with the MVP. It's like, All right, usually the top 2 or 3 guys are the top 2 or 3 teams, but the numbers that he's putting these triple doubles up for the year, the whole year.
Well,
even though they're the 6, 7 seed.
Most valuable player.
We have to
let me say this. If the fans really were paying attention to the game, Jimmy Butler should be leading as the
I agree with that.
From the guard position.
Over Trey?
Yes.
Yes, over the Miami Heat. Yeah,
yes.
But Jimmy Butler's a front court guy.
Thank you.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, see?
So you got Giannis, Embiid, and
paying
Siakam. And
attention as
Siakam's
usual.
been out for a while,
Siakam did.
Well, let me just say this.
He deserved it early.
Other than Giannis.
Trey deserves to be there.
No. Let me just say this. In the Eastern Conference, other than Giannis, Jimmy Butler should be an all-star. Jimmy Butler.
Siakam.
No. This is just my
Even
opinion.
with the amount of games.
No, I'm saying just in just my opinion, Giannis and Jimmy Butler been the 2 best players in the Eastern Conference. And I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me something.
If my boy Bam Adebayo...
Oh, Bam is going to make it.
Okay, thank you.
I
said Bam...
People are going to make the All-Star.
Bam is
an
the All-Star.
He deserves
Bam
it. Yes,
is
he
an
does, but he's
All-Star.
not going to make it.
No, Bam's going to make it. That record, and he's averaging a double-double, 18 points.
I understand that, but the people don't know who he is yet.
Bam will make it. No, the coaches.
This will be a way to let them know who he is.
Bam.
Y'all better start voting. Y'all better start voting for Bam Adebayo.
Yeah. he is an All-Star.
Shaq and the Fool coming your way next here on Inside.
I did say he has to play like the Boston Horford now, and not this Philadelphia version who has not been
Exactly
scoring.
what you
and
said.
Tonight he gets 15 points. This is exactly what I said.
And I just
Yeah, you repeat it like you always do.
reiterated, fool.
How many times have I heard Chris Paul is the best leader?
That's what that would.
I've heard that 900 times. I don't want to hear it no more time. I'm going to stab you next time you say Chris Paul is the best leader in the NBA. Don't
Come on,
say
man.
it.
Quit acting like a thug on here.
Philadelphia
I take
he
it
said
back,
slug.
Charles.
He didn't say
has beaten the Celtics now
Chris Paul's the best leader. Chris Paul, we know.
all
Damn.
3 times this year, and they're 11-1 when they hold teams under 100. They hold Boston to 98 tonight and win it 109-98. The Houston Rockets and Oklahoma City Thunder, as we just showed you the highlights, 113-92 in Russell Westbrook's return to Oklahoma City. We understand that Russell is in the process of making his way to the podium, and we'll hear his post-game thoughts on...
You know what? That last year in Boston, you played like a slug. You were barely making it up and down the court.
Yeah, but when I got home, I looked at my cabinet and I saw 4 things that you will never see.
What's that?
R-I-N-G-S.
R-I-N-G-S.
Yeah.
He said, all right.
Hey, listen, Ed McMahon, why you have to, every time Johnny says a joke, you got to jump?
No, because I looked at, I looked at my cabinet and saw something you ain't see either.
Exactly.
2 R-I-N-G-S.
Kenny, that's it. 6 rings. That's the name of our podcast.
That's the name of our new
6 rings.
podcast.
Still, Dumb and Dumber sounds
6
better than me.
rings. It's better than Steam Room.
Yeah.
No, Steam Room is awesome. You're just a hater, brother.
No, Steam Room.
6 rings. I like it.
You like that? 6 rings?
Hey, yeah.
What are you guys talking about here? What you see on Chuck's hands?
Yeah, Cheeto finger. Fat boy, look at you. You had Cheeto finger, fat boy.
That's your,
Manny Petty.
No, it's Cheeto.
What's the stuff you put in?
Or was it the
Cheeto fingers.
was it the strawberry?
No, he was eating. No, Ernie, don't pretend. He was back there eating
Put it in your
Cheetos.
water.
I saw him eating Cheetos. Stop
Oh,
it.
it's like 1 calorie.
Kenny, he was eating Cheetos.
The Mio drink.
No,
yeah,
he wasn't. He was eating baked Cheetos, America. I saw you.
I promise you'll hear from Russell Westbrook on his return to OKC.
I was
It's
eating
not yet.
Cheetos. I was
Take a break and come
Hey,
back.
Alex,
Cheetos.
you're such a...
Got our picture on him here.
Oh, whoa, these are kind of cool.
Where are we?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Kenny, you giving me your balls, too, because you don't play golf.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Thank you, Ken.
And got
That's really cool.
my favorite
Here,
number
Chuck.
32 on there.
Thank
I'll take 1
Chuck.
set. You can have the rest.
Thank you. I'm the only one play golf, me and you, Ernie. Thank
Charles, one thing, be gentle with my balls. Okay?
This is mixed up for my my PlayStation.
Hey, look. I'm not grabbing his balls. You grab them. Go ahead. Go ahead. They're going to stay right there. You can have them yourself. If you want them, you grab them yourself.
Ernie, Chuck's grabbing my balls.
Hey,
Give me my balls.
Hey, Kenny and Shaq, thanks for the balls.
Is this like 10th grade or am I shooting too high? Lower?
Hey, thanks,
8,
Ken.
7, 6th grade. Okay. 5th grade.
Hey,
Time for
listen.
Shaq and a fool.
They know, oh my God.
Got a lot of balls to talk.
Look at this. All right.
Ernie's face right
That's the young.
That was pretty close right there, as a matter of fact. Wrapping things up on Inside.
That's going viral, Kenny.
Yeah, man. Balling up tonight.
So many great memories, great people. Obviously, the best fans in the world because they come with it, and tonight they came with it. And the organization, Sam, Mr. Bennett, you know, they do an amazing job of just making you feel home, and I feel like I was home.
Feel kind of weird going into that visitor's locker room, the home locker room this time?
Yeah, of course, man. I've never been in there. So, I mean, definitely the whole thing is a little weird coming into the building, going there, and even going through that tunnel. But once I got back on the court, I felt like I was back, you know, doing the same thing I've always been doing the last 11 years.
You obviously did homage. You had the Jordans on tonight. Why not, just talk about why you want to do that for the city and just show your gratitude.
Say it again.
Why not do 0.3s?
Yeah.
Just talk about that, paying homage to the city through your sneakers and your
It started with my clothing line. Honestly, that was my clothing line and a gift. I wanted to do something for the city, for the people, and me and my team. We came up with zero regrets and something that I creatively try to figure out what I can do for the city. And I don't regret one thing being here in Oklahoma City. I don't regret signing back. I don't regret staying here. I don't regret anything that I did here. I feel like I left everything out on the floor every single night and did what I could for the city.
Russell, a lot of great players have come here and moved on. They haven't done that kind of video tribute for anybody. What did it mean to you to be the first one?
It's special. You know, it's a very, very special thing that meant a lot to me, honestly. And coming back here just making me feel like I was very, very appreciated, and I appreciate it a lot.
Russ, after the game, you went over and gave Clay Bennett a hug. I think Aubrey's widow as well. What made you decide that's something you wanted to do?
Mr. Bennett's done a lot for me and my family. He has done things that go unnoticed. He's always very, very supportive of anything I've ever done for the city. While I was here in Oklahoma, the fans here, the people, they never did me no wrong. I have nothing, no bad blood or nothing here in the city from no fans, nobody in the organization, because they gave me all they have and I gave them all I had.
The fans in Oklahoma City showing a lot of respect, wearing these uniforms several times this season as a way of remembering that horrible day in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, great remembrance of them. Shout out to Ashley, who works there at the office, who sent up the uniforms, because those are very memorable. The 95 that they sent us, very memorable.
And I'll say something. We went to that memorial.
Yeah.
And it is one of the most chilling things
Agreed.
that I've ever experienced. It was kind of like we went to the Dr. King Center here in Atlanta, the Civil Rights Museum.
Yeah.
But just seeing all the mugshots at Dr. King's thing, but listening to like the tapes and things in Oklahoma City, it was, if you get a chance, I know it's sad and surreal, but if you get a chance to go to that memorial, please go. Anybody who lives anywhere around the world, number one, but especially in Oklahoma City.
This was a night that was well done on several fronts by
First-class organization.
Oklahoma City. The highlights continue with the Portland Trailblazers
Are
and
you serious?
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Are we really going to show this game?
Melo coming off a game winner over the Raptors the other night, but he only went 3 for 10 tonight.
Man,
8 points.
Let me tell you something. If you went to see this game, you just can't wait till the Vikings play Sunday.
Maybe a basketball fan.
Come on, dude.
Damian Lillard, you want to see Damian
This
Lillard?
is not a good basketball game. This is two teams that stink.
The 34-28 was the Portland lead.
What do they
after
do, Chuck?
one. And then Portland gets outscored 31-13 in the second quarter.
You know, I can't believe how bad both of these teams are. I really can't.
Where's Cat at? Cat play?
Cat's been out for 12 games now with a knee.
Wait, they lost by this many without Cat? Come on, Portland.
This guy right here, pull up. Got him.
Andrew Wiggins, 69-51.
Come on, man. You're down 20 without Big Cat.
Gorgie Dang action for you.
Dang.
Dang, I ain't know you shoot like that.
Dang, man.
Well,
And then we'll finish
when I'm
off
watching
with
this game, I ain't saying dang, I'm saying damn.
Noah Vonleh.
Noah Vonleh.
I was wrong about Noah Vonleh.
Sound like an Italian dish,
No.
Come on, Portland Trail Blazers.
Everything sounds like something to you tonight. 116-102, Minnesota wins that. They've won 4 out of their last 6, 3 in a row at home. Portland has lost 7 of its last 9, and they're last in assists in the NBA. The Blazers only had 14 assists tonight.
Well, you have to pass the ball to get
Lost
an assist.
116-102.
That's ridiculous, Portland.
They're 5-7 now without Cat, Minnesota. Here's John Beilein. You may have heard of him.
Yeah, first of all, I think people need to get off John Beilein's back, to be honest with you.
They had lost 5 in a row coming in. They're in Detroit. Andre Drummond.
This is another game we need to wait to come out on DVD.
Ball, I like that.
Andre Drummond, 28 points and 23 rebounds.
Okay, Andre.
I tell you what, man, I love Drummond. Y'all know that. But, man, this Detroit team, I picked them to be good, and I was 100% wrong.
200.
His 10th 20-rebound game of the year.
Is that Della Dova?
Yes.
Oh, he still playing? I didn't know he still playing.
Thank you for that aside.
Back to Della Dova.
Yeah, Cavs had a 12.
Tristan Thompson rolling, didn't he?
Hey, Tristan Thompson had 35, a career high.
Oh, wow.
He never had a 30-point game.
Oh, slipped out his hands, D-Rose, on that one. Ball slipped.
That was not
So you know what we get? Overtime.
Oh, you get more.
Just when you think things couldn't get worse, they go to overtime.
Go D-Rose.
Rose had 27 on the night. And here comes Darius Garland. And here comes Kevin Love connecting out of the corner.
That's a good play.
No, it wasn't. Good bad defense, Shaq.
All right, Cavs up 3. Uh-oh.
Give it up.
Hey, how about double overtime?
No way.
That's cashing.
No. No, the Cavs win at 115-112 in OT. They've won both of their overtime games this year.
The
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Maybe they should try to get the
They should. See, their games are too short, man. They need to play 5 extra minutes.
Come on, man.
So they start a 6-game trip with a 115-112 win, and everybody was excited about that one.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's his career high?
Yeah, you hear the music in the back?
Come on, man.
It's the sluggish, rugged bone.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
It's the thuggish, rugged.
Are y'all really throwing water on this dude?
No, but you hear the music
It's
in the
been a
back?
rough 24 hours, and so
hear the
here's
music in the back.
John Beilein after the game.
And I know that these guys, they want to play. We've had really good practices. I think the last month, even though we haven't had the wins that we'd like to have, we've been really playing hard. And we've been playing more together, and we're learning, and I think they've embraced that. So that's a really happy. Usually you go into a college locker room and everybody's jumping around. Pro locker room, everybody's chilling, right, after a win. That locker room was hopping around right now. Everybody was really excited, and they're excited. And if they're excited, then coaching staff is really excited, and that's because we want to have fun. And the way you have fun is you win. And we won tonight, and it was a whole lot of fun.
Well, I just got some news for Coach Beilein, but actually people are excited in locker rooms when they win in the NBA. It's just they haven't been doing it in there. They do jump around and have fun.
You don't jump around and spray.
I'm not spraying water. But
cut it out.
I just want to.
We got to address the Beilein.
Yeah, because let me explain as before you do that, just for the folks who might be wondering. Okay, so they have a film session, and then At the tail end of the film session, Beeline said the players were no longer playing like a, quote, like a bunch of thugs instead of slugs, which is what he meant to say. And then he's quoted as saying, I didn't realize that I had said the word thugs, but my staff told me later I did, and so I must have said it. I meant to say slugs as in slow moving. We weren't playing hard before, and now we were playing harder. I meant it as a compliment. So he apologized to all the players on that team for the misunderstanding. And,
well, let me say this.
Let me go first, Chuck.
Okay, sure.
Because I know you're going to be long-winded. If you have to be apologized to for your coach calling you thug, you ain't going to never win. You're soft. Okay? Period. First of all, one, they're not playing like thugs, so I believe him when he said you're playing like slugs. And third of all, stop being so sensitive. I grew up in the 80s.
Would you be offended here?
Listen, I grew up in the 80s. I got called worse than slug. Trust me.
More than thug?
Yes, more than, trust me. Yes. Yeah. So it don't.
Well, and Chuck, you could bring it on home, but the context of what you're saying obviously makes it.
Man up, that's what I'm saying.
The part of what people saying it's racial or not is the context of what he was using. In the context of a basketball locker room, when you have Caspi and Kevin Love and you're calling guys thugs, you're not using it in a racial connotation.
Well, they can play like thugs too.
But playing like thugs would actually be a compliment to a team who's not playing. Who's playing? You would look at it and say they play soft at times.
You ever heard of the Bad Boys?
Right, right. So you would actually. So we all know that he obviously didn't want to say that.
So soft,
but
America.
Apologetic. Sometimes you have to be real. Like sometimes you can keep it right. Sometimes keep it real, but sometimes you have to keep it right. And keeping it right is like, no, I'm not apologizing because I'm offended the way y'all playing. I'm offended watching. Like we're offended as former players watching games sometimes when the Cavs play. We're offended watching certain other teams in the NBA the way they play. So, no, you don't have to apologize for the fact of the team is not playing well. Now, if someone took it as in a connotation of racial, if you think about it, it's almost impossible for that to be a connotation.
But if they did, it's not wrong to apologize for somebody.
Well, hold on, but he was emotional about it, making a statement. I would have said it in the locker room and called it a day. I'm not going to set this.
Call it what it is, Chuck.
Who's the one who's selling?
Chuck, call it what it is, Chuck.
Number one, I've never heard a bad word about Coach Beeline, ever. And you know, one thing about basketball, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody in basketball. I've never heard a bad word about him. And what makes me mad about this whole conversation, he says in his apology, the coaches told me later that I said thugs instead of slugs. So clearly the players, because if they were offended at the moment, they would have said something, right?
Said it right.
Somebody's got to
I would have stood up and
but they didn't do anything. But see, when I think about it, the players didn't say anything when it exactly happened. He had to come back later and say, I made a mistake. But none of the players said anything about it when it happened. So that tells me he just misspoke. But for the Cleveland Cavaliers players to be bitching about him practicing too long, we're watching too much tape, and
we don't like his college style.
Yeah, and we're not working on fundamentals.
This is a move to try.
You guys have not, with the exception when LeBron James has been in Cleveland, in the last 10 years, you guys haven't won over 20 games. When LeBron James, I saw that stat, I can't forget I was talking about it today. When LeBron James has not been in Cleveland, in the last 10 years, they've never won. I think the magic number was 21. So to be complaining about a coach who's coming in trying to make y'all work on fundamentals when y'all stink, make y'all watch film, make y'all practice hard, this is starting to be a joke.
This was a move to try to get him released, period. Whatever happened to what coaches say to us in the locker room stays in the locker room. How'd he get out? Who said something? And you're right. If you offend me in the locker room, coach, I got to go back at you. Hey, coach,
don't question. Right in the locker room, you're going to stay.
Right there in the locker room.
And it's done. Every team I've ever been on, championship team,
but they leave,
we would address that right there.
Yeah,
like,
right
Rudy,
there.
what'd you just call us?
Yeah.
Like, what you just said? No, I meant, and he would have said it right there. Not called you slugs. Oh, okay, I got you.
But I'm just disappointed the Cavaliers players trying to get this man fired because they think they're working too hard and they stink. Plain and simple.
Yeah, it's the reason I agree with Chuck. It's too much of a paper trail of other things
We're practicing too hard.
Yeah, those things lead up to this.
We're watching
now,
too
if this
much
was the
film.
if this was number one,
Come on,
then,
man.
but
Come on, man.
It's too much. We know what you're trying to do there.
They
We
win.
can't fool. You can fool some of the people. Some of
And
the
let me
time.
tell you something, Ernie.
Can't fool us.
I'm tired of working on this show. We go too late. Let us off early. We've been in here all damn night.
11th win of the year.
Woo! 11. He should get Coach of the Year.
They win by 3 in Detroit. When we come back, the latest batch of All-Star returns from the fans.
Unbelievable. We just talked about it.
You're watching Inside the NBA, brought to you by the Telluride from Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA. Visit kia.com to learn more.
That is the catchiest theme music around.
Yeah, I like that.
I really do. Welcome to the Steam Room, everybody. We've incorporated live guests. Chris Fowler of
Big
ESPN, Jake Tapper of CNN.
Yes. Playing with Tiger in his heyday was incredible.
For you, but not for him.
You were the very first guest picker. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
You were the first guest picker. Chris Fowler is the first guest on the Steam Room. Wow.
And I can't brag about our show because that just make you
And Ernie, you may or may not know this, but I first met Charles in a Wendy's.
There's a pretty good chance of that. The anchor laugh?
Yeah.
Monica?
This dude ain't getting in my neighborhood.
Big picture, you got two 14-0 teams. So whatever happens, you're going to see a piece of football history.
You know, I'm an SEC guy, so go LSU Tigers, go LSU Tigers, go LSU Tigers.
Be the next to download the Steam Room, wherever you download your
Getting
podcast.
Chris Fowler and Jake Tapper today, that was the highlight of our 3-episode podcast so far.
Very fun talking to those guys.
Yeah,
today.
thanks,
Yeah, they
Chris
do,
Fowler.
Skinny.
Good luck Monday night.
Me and
Jake
Shaq and
Tapper.
I are starting our own podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's being announced.
What's
We'll
going to be
announce it next
Dumb and Dumber?
No, you already took that
No,
one.
you know it's going to be called Rings. Something you know nothing
And we only
about.
going to interview people who
Yes.
champs.
That's right.
It's that time.
Oh.
It's time for
EJ's Reno Saturday Night.
Presented by No One.
Come on, Ernie.
Unsullied by sponsorship since
1989.
Thank you very
It's a
much.
new year, though, Ernie. It's a new decade. Come out in style.
Unsullied by sponsorship in this decade. That's really
That's a
good.
shame.
Too. You got a big game coming up there Monday, champ.
We sure do.
Yep.
How can you call him champ? They ain't played the game yet.
No, he's a champ.
Oh.
I'm
Why are you
proud
going
of
at you
LSU.
now?
No, he is. He's a
It's
champ.
not-
4 times.
4 times.
Okay.
We going at you.
So
we both going at you.
LSU and Clemson. LSU and Clemson Monday night.
It's going to be a great game, great atmosphere. We're at the crib. New Orleans is part of the crib.
Yeah.
24-3.
Oh, my God. Y'all going to score more than 24, and they definitely going to get more than 3.
Okay, 48-6.
Well, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Let's test your knowledge. Hold on, let me make sure I got my stuff. Let's test your knowledge of Clemson and LSU.
Well, he probably shouldn't. He should not know.
Well, yeah.
No, but
I don't know.
No, but here's
Oh,
the
let's
deal.
do it.
I'm just going to show
should
you.
know LSU.
We're going to show you guys side by side.
Okay,
Tell
got
me
it.
which team they play for.
No,
now you
hold on. This isn't a fair game because.
So, Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence. Which one plays for LSU?
Okay, Trevor Lawrence is touchdown Jesus. I know who that is. He plays for Clemson. Joe Burrow is my guy. I just saw him at LSU when I was down there last week.
Correct. Very good.
Oh, that was pretty good.
All right, now
That was too easy.
Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins.
I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson. He has on the purple sweatshirt. And the other guy, yeah.
That is pretty obvious. Way to go. He's a cop, y'all. He's a cop. He's very observant.
How about this one?
Oh, he got another purple
Travis
shirt.
Etienne and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Purple
That
shirt.
sounds Louisiana, but I'm going to go with Travis for LSU and Clyde for.
He's got another purple
But
shirt.
that just means you're wrong.
But no, I said Travis for Clemson.
No, you said
Clyde.
Travis for LSU.
No, he said Travis for
Okay, so
Clemson. He was right.
2 out of
He did.
3.
No, he said Travis for Clemson.
Thank you. Did I say Kenny?
he did.
Yes.
Next, Grant Delpit and Andrew
They're
Booth.
putting purple shirts on everywhere. That's funny.
I see a thing on his collar. Looks like it says LSU.
He looks like
I'm going to go with Grant Delpit at LSU and Andrew Booth at Clemson.
Yes, correct. And finally, you're doing very well, big fella.
Oh, you know who this is.
Jerron Blossom game and Tremont Water.
You got to know this. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you that here's a hint. It's not football.
Kenny, why would you blow the deal?
But he wouldn't. He doesn't.
He played for Clemson. Clemson. He played
that's what I mean.
Fremont Waters had a great.
He played for LSU? Yeah. Never knew that.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Basketball. He still didn't know. Good luck, big.
NBA and WNBA family is celebrating Women's History Month. Together, we recognize the valuable role of sports in developing young girls and advancing women in society. Share how you celebrate the month using hashtag HerTimeToPlay. Visit juniornba.com/HerTimeToPlay to learn more. Well, sports broadcasting lost a pioneer last weekend, but to call Maura Mant a pioneer even at weekend, and that's kind of the point, because behind the scenes, she was a force, influencing so many of the shows we watch. There's a goal in sports television, a striving to merge sports and entertainment, and that marked her professional life as she produced and directed documentaries, worked with NFL honors, built the ESPYs into the larger-than-life production which it has become. Like the 30 for 30 films she worked on, Maura was an original and was unforgettable. We at Inside the NBA send our sincere thoughts and heartfelt prayers to her family and friends. And Maura Mant was 53. That is the 11th time you've heard that intro music.
Hey, we on to the toes, baby.
In this episode, you're going to hear from Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
One of the smartest men and nicest people you ever gonna meet. Working with you, Kenny and Shaq, that's the first time I said that. One of the smartest and nicest people I've ever been around. Never said that before. After 19 years with you three.
See, this is what I put up with, folks.
See, Ernie, I'm not going to get on TV and lie and say I'm like a rocket scientist.
That's evident.
I'm not made to work in cold weather or hot weather.
I'm just trying to digest that whole answer.
You can't go wrong with In-N-Out Burger. You can't go wrong with Five Guys. I love Taco Bell. You can never go wrong with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, I left out Popeyes.
When you're talking about your top 5 fast food places with Chuck, you ain't gonna get just the top 5.
Dude, I'm gonna eat more than 5 places.
Hey.
See, I don't like where you're going with this.
Episode number 11 is in the books.
On to the toes.
Check out the Steam Room, subscribe, and listen weekly, wherever you get your podcasts.
What does on to the toes mean?
Because we've had 11 episodes now.
Ernie, when you're counting, you gotta start using your toes.
Did you say hey?
Hey. One of the questions.
I called him on it too, Shaq.
No, one of the questions on Chuck's answering machine was somebody who wanted to know that if we could bring back a series that's no longer on, what would it be?
Because Fat Albert with Chuck.
No, that's rerun, fool.
Hey.
What's happening?
That's what's happening.
If I had done that.
Okay.
And I thought, so when he said, when I said that, I called.
Your card just got revoked.
No, I know. Yeah. I was thinking,
Ernie's black card got put up. Yours got revoked.
Yeah, I thought.
You didn't know what's happening.
I ain't watch what's happening.
You ain't watch what's happening?
No.
Come on,
Rod.
Come on, man.
Hell no. Good
You didn't watch what's happening, Raj, and rerun?
No, I did not.
And it was
Good
D?
times, Jefferson and Sanford.
Hey, I'm
Stop
let
it.
you know, you good at any Martin Luther, Ernie, with that.
I thought he was saying, hey.
No. Hey.
I thought he was going. I called him. I
Fat
thought he was trying to call me rerun.
No, would never do that.
Yeah, you do look like rerun.
You're not rerun. You got a little buffalo butt to you, Bookman.
Yeah, but
Bookman. I said, and I said good times because everybody got me. No, because everybody want to see Thelma. And what was Janet DuBose?
Do it again, Kenny.
What was the aunt?
Get that one more time.
What was the aunt?
One time.
What was the aunt?
We not going there. We want to get this. We want to get this.
That's a poor imitation.
Hey, what was the aunt's name on Good Times?
I don't know.
The good-looking aunt, played by Janet DuBose.
Just passed away, too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Willona.
Rest in peace.
Buffalo butt.
All right, have we got some Shaq and the Fool?
Okay.
Finally, it's easy.
Ja Morant and the Grizzlies are tweeting their way to a new generation. Ben Simmons called the Sixers soft after a day at the pool with Kendall. And the Knicks fired Steve Mills. All of that happened in the last 24 hours. Good thing we know somebody that can sum up the entire season thus far in 60 seconds.
I'm Mike Camerlingo, and here's the NBA season in 60 seconds. LeBron and AD are leading the Lakers out west, with Giannis and the Bucks dominating the East. Steph Curry got injured, but followed the lead of another great athlete with a busted hand named Chubbs, and told his teammates that it's all in the hips. Dame was chucking him up from the parking lot, Marcus set a franchise record with 11 threes, and Jamal had a give and go with the backboard. Kawhi introduced us to load management, a phrase that sounds like the Wi-Fi password at a construction site, but I guess it works, because it allows him to do stuff like this. There were game winners in Utah, a last-second comeback in Charlotte, and a dunk that couldn't make up its mind in San Antonio. Vince Carter's still playing in the league, which is crazy because I just quit a slow-pitch softball team after popping a hammy eating sunflower seeds. Trae Young went through the legs, Melo went, hey, remember me? And Luka went Hulk Hogan all over that hideous jersey. And speaking of wrestling, it wouldn't be a basketball season without a couple of friendly neck chops and an NBA Jam see you in hell shove. Plus the rookies are getting after it, with Zion sending this shot to the Lord, and Ja Morant, well, I haven't seen anyone get that much air since my neighbor Kyle got double bounced off a trampoline and into a power line. Kyle's fine. He's mostly fine.
I'm hearing a lot of noises during that. You guys enjoyed that?
We did.
He said Zion sent his shot to the Lord.
Favorite moments thus far? Anything come to mind right away?
I like Ja Morant. I didn't really know much about him until college, and he's putting on the show as an announcer, so I like him. I'm waiting for Zion to really, get his legs under him and start playing well. But I like Ja Morant. Is that Ja Morant?
Yeah.
Ja Morant, yeah.
Just Ja.
Is he French?
He about to be.
So Morant's his last name?
Yeah.
See, I never knew that. I thought his name was.
After this year, he's just gonna be Ja. He's gonna be a star.
So his name was Ja.
Gonna be Ja.
Favorite moment, Kendall?
His mama named him J.A.
2 letters?
Ja. Ja.
My favorite moment, honestly, I think I've been surprised with the Lakers and how fast they started off. I knew that they were going to be in the top 2 or top 3 come the end of the year, but the way that they've started, the defense they're playing, I think it's been, AD and LeBron.
Melo, I think our stars get ran out of the game before it's time, and Melo deserves to have that opportunity to continue to play the game that he's still good at and a game that he loves. So I love that Portland gave him this opportunity, and him being Eastern Conference Player of the Week, a week after coming back, and helping Portland make that run up to the 8th spot. Obviously, Dame is doing Dame.
That's what I was going to say.
Dame is doing Dame.
I wanted in 1A. Because Dame Lillard.
Dame, yeah.
This recent run.
It's not even his recent run. I mean, he's been doing this all season. It's just.
But talk about what you said about the night with Dame, the Kobe night.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, Dame did the most Kobe thing that anybody could have done on Kobe's night.
Yeah.
He came in and basically just played hard and just scored, and it was a one-man show.
Completely at will.
Yes.
Yeah, that
he
third
honored
quarter
Kobe
was
on
wild.
Kobe night.
Yeah.
He did.
You were mentioning Ja. Ja's like my favorite guy. You enjoying the jacket?
Is that popcorn?
You hungry?
Or bullet holes?
I'm kind of hard in these streets, Shaq.
I see that.
Yeah, check out the jacket.
Nice. No, it's nice.
Speaking of jackets, bullets, and Ja, that was
Popcorn?
odd. David Aldridge kind of started something last night completely incidentally. Talked about Andre Iguodala, per league sources, prepared to sit out the rest of this season if Memphis isn't able to orchestrate a trade. Well, I guess the Memphis guys heard about it because Dylan Brooks after the game, quote, I can't wait till we find a way to trade him so we can play him and show him really what Memphis is about. Just to give it a little bit more notice, Ja Morant said, say it louder for the people in the back. And that's when it kind of took on a whole nother life of its own because Steph Curry decided to come to his former teammate's aid, putting this out with the shh emoji, Andre Iguodala, got some rings. And then Ja with the clapback kind of against Steph, showing that KD won those trophies.
Ooh, I like it, boy. You know I like beef.
And he's young, too. I know Ja's one of your favorite. Are you a fan of this?
Listen, it's all entertainment.
Okay.
NBA stands for nothing but act, because whatever's gonna, create rivalries and make people have fun. It's nice. I mean, but we have the freedom as players to be able to decide who we want to play for. And he's a champion, and Memphis not gonna be a champion, so He probably only has 3 years left, and he's saying to himself, I want to play for a contender. So he says he's going to sit out.
Well, rumors were that Memphis didn't plan on Iggy playing anyway.
Right.
Like, they didn't reach out to him or want him to play. But I'm going to go on the other side of this. Like, Ja Morant and Dillon, at this point in their career, being two young guys that stand up for each other, that reminds me of a Steph and a Clay. Like, Steph and Clay, at that age, being okay with the other being successful and scoring and putting up numbers, I mean, that's like culture. That's the start of a dynasty. So I kind of look at it like that, where it's beef, but the way Ja and Dillon are, like, they're built for, I mean, the way they're playing this year, they're 8th in the West. Shaq, come on, man. You weren't expecting Memphis to be in the 8th spot. Admit it.
I haven't watched Memphis, I'm sorry. Me and D-Wade.
That's why you didn't know Ja Morant wasn't his first name.
Listen, me, you, and D-Wade, we're all champions. We don't watch 8th place, I'm sorry.
First place only.
First place, second place, maybe third. 8th place. I wish I would.
So this was my reaction. This is my reaction when I woke up.
I wish I would pick up my remote and watch an 8th place team. Come on, Candace. Parker.
That's why I felt like it's cool that the young guys, because once you say that to Steph, those kind of guys, when that opportunity comes and y'all get to go head to head, you got to come to play.
Yeah, you got to come to play.
I feel like those guys don't get a lot of attention, right? They're in 8th place. Some guys don't even know Memphis. But they like, yo, we here, and we about to show y'all here. So they showed it, social media. Now we about to tune in.
Am I the only one that's
watch,
surprised?
but you watch the next game.
Yes, because of Steph and Clay, champions. Only watch champions.
I just was surprised.
We are the champions, Candace.
Not this year.
He just came at Steph so easily, though. Like, it was just immediate. And he came out later, was like, no, I still respect him and stuff, but it was KD got the MVPs. He just came for his neck right away.
Pat Riley said something that was like I've never heard before. He said, you show people respect by showing them none. So I grew up watching karate movies, right? So in order to be the man, you got to kill the man. So I don't mind a young guy talking trash to the best player to let him know he's coming.
I know you thought Josh should have made the All-Star team.
He should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have.
But he hasn't watched him all year. Like, is anybody...
Because I watch highlights. I have social media.
Shaq.
In that case,
So in the
Devin
90s,
Booker,
in the 90s
all
when
that
you were at the crib and you had some beef with someone,
Yes.
how would you get it out? Because now it's just a tweet.
ESPN, ABC, CBS, NBC.
Call one of your writer buddies.
Just go at them.
Have you seen the Sacramento
Queen?
Yeah, Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
That. So, but I mean,
Take offense to that, by the
like
way.
it.
You wouldn't
But
say that now, huh?
D-Wade makes an important fact. When they play, you definitely gonna have to bring it.
You're gonna have to bring it.
Because guess what? Steph and Clay, they're coming out with all the weapons on that game.
First thing I did was I checked the schedule. Unfortunately, Memphis, Golden State, they don't play the rest of the year.
It's okay.
We're gonna have to wait till next year. We do have a tweet. Mickey Arison is a fan.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Shout out to Mickey.
This is the man that we have next. Looking to win the dunk contest, Aaron Gordon. He's smiling because he can hear me.
Put your chin down, Aaron.
3-point shooters that we're going to see in Chi-Town. We already got Shaq weighing in. Who would you like? You like Dame Lillard?
In the finals versus Joe Harris.
Right. We got some I'm voting for Trae Young, but I'm really hoping that Devontae Graham can get it done.
Make it light on yourself. How much? Bet it.
I got $2.
Well, I just retired.
Nope.
I got like $40.
Let's make
my bank account set up.
I'll do it. I'm a degenerate. What do you want to do?
If
I don't got pockets like you, but I'll play around.
All right, if my guy wins, you have to do the show in the tank top and underwear. And if I lose, I'll do the same thing.
You know how many push-ups I'm have to do to
Does he get a
told
sports
us
jacket
about
on
that?
top?
Because I don't know if
I said me and him. I didn't say y'all.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to be on set. I don't want to.
Well, he can wear a tank top and underwear.
Man, I've been working on my shoulders, so I can hold it up.
You scared?
No, a
You
little.
need permission from the network?
No. I need permission from my fiance to make sure that's good.
Oh,
you
that's
want to ask
your
her? Yeah, you want to ask her?
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Okay.
I appreciate you.
You all did your coverage there, boy.
We knew that for a long time.
She cold.
Tank
boy.
top and underwear? All right, so you got Damian Lillard, and I have to pick one?
Yeah, just pick one.
I'll pick Trae. What happens if neither of us wins?
And well, then,
Are we not?
Okay.
okay.
It's y'all's
Hold on.
Y'all wear clothes.
Hold on. And if If my guy wins, if your guy wins, I'll wear a wig with some exclusive baby hairs. You want to do it?
I picked Dame, though.
Oh, you picked, okay, cool.
Yeah, she's out.
Cool.
Wade, you're not getting in this?
My guy's going to win, so whatever y'all want to do.
Duncan?
I got a 1-year-old daughter, though, so I can't.
No, he picked Duncan Robinson.
I picked Duncan.
Who's that?
Listen, the Stars don't
Miami
normally win.
guy.
Oh, okay, he plays
The Stars don't normally win. They got too much to do All-Star Weekend. Duncan has one thing to do.
And he's coming from Miami, so it's...
He's got one thing to do.
We'll see.
Dame and all them got a million things to do.
So we're on?
Duncan got a ratchet.
I ain't
got
got
a wetter.
No bet?
There is a new rule, though.
Look, watch.
This is Duncan, in case you haven't seen him.
Go ahead, take a look.
Went to Michigan.
Take a look.
Ass Shaq.
Oh, wait, don't even need it. Look, belly
Who's the other kid from Miami?
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, he's nice.
What?
He should have been in it.
Layup. Listen, all he do is sleep, shoot.
I can't believe I made
Sleep,
that bet.
shoot. That's all he do. He don't do nothing
you
else.
Can't say the other one.
All right, there are new rules, though, and we got new shots in this year's dunk contest.
Can't say that.
Instead of a minute, it's going to be a minute 10. You see those green dots around the middle rack? That's going to be one ball. It's going to be the Mountain Dew Zone, okay? Those are each going to be worth 3 points. So between racks 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, they go there, they shoot it from way far out, and now the maximum score you can get instead of 34 is 40. That's kind of why I took Trae Young, because I feel like he shoots from there as it is.
They all do.
So does Dame Lillard.
Oh, logo Dame almost every night.
Logo Dame, I like that.
Thanks.
In the
Usually you're the nickname guy. I don't want to steal your swag.
should
We have a
show.
tweet from Trey, the future champion. Threes, please. I can't stop thinking about this bet that I just made. I don't know if this was a good move by me.
Got it. Tank top. We on?
Do you
Baby hair
shave
bet?
or what's going on?
I mean, I didn't
hairy?
say what I was...
I'll shave.
Like, I'm not shaving my head.
Are you hairy?
He's probably hairy, bro.
I got like occasional, like a little bit. I've seen you in a tank top. You're sheen.
Please don't have back hair.
Oh, no, I ain't got back hair.
Ooh, thank you. Jeez.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't let me sit in the chair if I had back hair.
That's
All
a
right.
show. We could take care of that on a show.
Yeah, that's what Mickey's here for. Wax the back and we keep it going.
Duncan
We're letting a
Robinson.
lot out here. Aaron Gordon coming up next, previewing the dunk contest. Welcome back inside the NBA on TNT Tuesday pregame show presented by Auto Trader, and we got ourselves a show coming up.
You can call him Superman.
You can?
Yes, you can.
You're going to let him take it?
You too, D-Wade.
42-7.
Yes, you can.
7 other teams in the history of the NBA
Boy.
have started with a record like this, and they're taking on Zion Williamson, the first of, I don't know, a decade of clashes between two guys.
Dude, warming up.
Gotta get the
You
muscles.
ever warm up, Kims?
Do I warm up?
Yeah, before the game.
I have to.
Let's take a look at the Taco Bell Skills Challenge.
Me and D-Wade never warmed up.
DeMontis Sabonis.
Just show up.
All right, Shaq, who's your pick in this?
I'm not a very skilled guy, but I like the big guys. Actually, no, I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Because he also came out of nowhere. Last year, people thought he was a role player, but now he stepped into the superstar spot. Toronto's doing very well. I'm going to go with Siakam. You know, he had a couple games, especially in the finals, where he was that second scorer. And, you know, every now and then you get a player that comes out of nowhere and does that, but he was doing it consistently. And now it's his team, he's doing it every night. So I'm going to go with Siakam.
What do you think, Dwayne?
It's a tough one for me. It's a
You're
tough
going to
one,
go
guys.
Bam, right?
Yeah, of course I'm going to go Bam. But
Thank you.
It's tough. Well, so being a two-time
Miami
Challenge champion myself,
Whoa.
I know what it takes.
Excuse
I
me.
know what it
2 times?
takes to be a.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him some pointers. I'm gonna give him some pointers, and he's gonna win. So, Bam.
Pass right there.
Where are those trophies?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
He has no idea.
No.
I can't say that I'm on national TV. I can't tell what my trophies are.
Oh, very sure. Security.
Yeah.
Trying to set us up?
What do you think, Candace
I
Parker?
got either D. Rose or Patrick Beverly. Because they're
Derrick
both
Rose back in Chicago? Yeah.
Chicago guys. I got to go with that. D. Rose. Yes.
That's the old D. Rose right there.
One of the best finishers, man.
Great, he's coming back to
What's wild, too, is he won it as a rookie in 2009. Can you imagine being back in Chicago like 11 years later and taking it home again? That'll be a nice story for Saturday.
The skills competition gonna be sold out.
Because of Rose.
And D. Rose.
Yes.
Skills competition in Chicago will be sold out.
You take us inside, like, what it's going to be like in Chicago for those two guys.
Well, Pat Bev going to get everybody off their game because he's going to be...
He's going to talk trash?
Yeah, he's going to talk trash. That's what he do. But I think it's great, man. Two guys from the city get to represent, the NBA.
I don't like comparing young players to old players, but he's a reincarnated Gary Payton.
Ooh.
He really is. I mean, I've been watching him for a long time. He did the same thing Gary Payton used to do.
I know you love Gary Payton. Like, you've told stories about him trash talking coaches and stuff. I mean, you're saying Beverly's at that level of trash talk.
He's at that level of trash talk.
Wow.
And the way he plays, he's very competitive. He's very fierce. I won't do that a lot.
So you're not going with him, you're going with Siakam?
Yeah, I'm going with Siakam.
I'm going Tatum. I'm going back-to-back champs. Won it last year.
Did you just try to check? Hold on. You just try to check me on that?
Hey, Bam, I need you to hit them jump shots now. I got some money on this, Bam. I need you to hit them jump shots.
All right, so, yeah, in and out. Plus, he's got that, like, LeBron dunk under his belt, feeling confident.
Can he be a superstar?
Yes, he can.
What do you need?
I want to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's not like he doesn't have dog. I just need more dog out of him. He is a dog. He's a dog, but I just need more dog out of him.
Woo! 2 times. Back to back.
Oh, that's a young D right there. He
Back
got
to
no
back.
tattoos.
That's when I was.
I know. New set.
Shaq looking around the new set like, all right then. Oh.
I see you, Uncle Jerome.
That is a similar meme.
I love
the two.
I love this machine.
Up next, Zion Williamson. Nobody scored better in the paint other than Giannis in the NBA. And tonight, those two, head to head.
You're watching NBA on TNT Tuesday pregame show, presented by Auto Trader. Finally, it's easy.
To the Twitter machine we go. Ada's meme machine killing me. Skip. What else you got for him, Wade?
I'm talking about something new?
Yeah, let's show him new.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Wade's telling
That's
me he's
how
going
Shaq
to come
was
out with
looking
new.
around. Shaq was like, where am I?
Yeah, I like those little basketball rims with the light on them. You're going to be missing one by the end of the night.
Yeah, Shaq's just looking around to steal things right now.
Yeah, yep. Eric, hook me up.
We got a few friends on Instagram that I know Wade loves. B.A. Max is nice.
My guys.
I don't know if there's anyone better on the Instagram at copying players' moves and doing it to perfection. We're going to call it the imitation game. And tonight, we got Giannis in action. So here is B.A. Max is nice imitating Giannis. Max is nice first.
Feet work.
Get the feet work.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Yeah. Elbows, yeah.
Barbecue. Oh.
Not the free throw. Yo.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
Playing the hands a little bit.
Oh, good block.
Look at his long strides.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, now
Nice,
we're going
Max
to
is
B.A. Super Euro. A little windmill action.
How come we got the wave cap on?
Oh, he got the pull.
Oh, he always does.
Oh, nice. Oh.
That's how you be done, too, bro.
I'm loving the free throw for him. Up. B.A. versus Max is nice. Get on right now, vote Instagram, Twitter, NBA.
I got Max is nice on that one.
Me too, I got Max is nice.
Max is nice is good.
We doing this every week, imitation game?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
That's
Those
a clean
two.
sweep, though. I had Max is nice.
Those
I like that.
I think so. You a fan?
We got to switch up which
Of
one
course
to
I-
play first, though.
Yeah, those are good.
You can't play one first all the time. You got to switch it up.
Okay, deal. I'll talk to the
Bias.
people in the
Gotta
back.
do what?
Talk with the people. You can't play the same guy first because you saw it first.
Why not?
It'll skew your viewpoint of things, Shaq.
Candace is a judge. She knows all about judging.
I'm a judge. Yeah, I'm a dunk contest judge.
Dwayne disagrees, apparently. Dwayne is over here memeing people.
Do me and Candace get a machine?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just want
This is in my contract.
I want the Shakira meme from the Super Bowl.
All right, we can work on it.
That's what I want.
Yeah, this is in my contract, though.
Show me.
Oh, you know which one.
You know which one.
Oh, I do not. Show me.
It's easy, presented by Auto Trader.
Show us.
Giannis versus Zion. Field goal percentage from Zion right now is
We want to see
insane.
it, Candace.
Candace, I'm going to let you get out of this one. But how about this? Giannis versus Zion, big men doing big things. Shaq, I need your input, what you've seen from these two so far.
Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is that correct?
You forgot a syllable right in the middle.
Antetokounmpo.
Nailed it.
MVP status. I love about him this summer, you know, they asked him, you working out with certain guys? He said, nope, I'm working out by myself. He wants to be great. He likes the challenges. Last year they failed. He's learned from that failure, and he's come out with a renewed energy. Zion, I'm still going to give him a couple months, maybe the rest of this year to get ready. I had an injury, kind of slow, but doing big things, especially in the paint, shooting 62%, averaging 19 points, playing well. That first game he came back when the coach was trying to take him out.
Amazing.
I didn't know that he could step out and shoot the three like that. But hopefully the young fella says, you know, I don't care about you, Giannis. I'm going through you. I'm going over you. I'm going around you. Hopefully he makes, he puts Giannis on notice that he's coming. He's not there yet, but eventually he's coming.
What do we want to see from Zion?
Well,
tonight?
I want to see Zion get the ball more.
Yes.
I know Alvin Gentry was saying that there was a stretch. Like,
I don't
you guys
know
are going to put the single shot, but you guys should have just seen what Shaq just... Anyway, there was Alvin Gentry came out and said basically, like, there was a stretch of time during the game that his teammates did not look for Zion. He was open, had a mismatch on the block, and they didn't feed him. And so I want to see him take 20 shots. I want there to be a game in the next week or so that he takes 20 shots.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. One thing I want to point out about Zion, a lot of people will talk about, if you look at Joel or Ben, their rookie years, they got injured, and they decided that they would not play. So a lot of people talked about, you know, with Zion, should he come back? Should he have come back this season? But if you go back to college and you look at Zion at Duke, and a lot of people said he should shut it down after he had that injury, but that's not who that kid is.
Right.
This kid loves to play the game of basketball, and, you know, so I applaud him for coming back. I applaud him for loving the game as much as say, listen, it's not about the storybook that my rookie season I had MVP, right? He's not going to have that story that Shaq has, that LeBron has, that these greats have, but the kid just want to play the game of basketball. So I applaud Zion for that.
It's the first road game for the Bucks in 17 days. You talked about Zion getting minutes. The last game, 33 minutes. That was his first time playing over 30 minutes. And now you're going in against the Bucks, the #1 field goal percentage defense in the NBA. It's going to be an interesting test. I'm missing what's happening here. You got anything else to add?
No, I just want her to do the Shakira thing.
Oh, is that what you were doing? I'm not going to put the spotlight on Candace like that.
I'm going to bring it back to basketball.
Please.
So here...
Whoa. Candace, you don't want to do it. I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it.
Wait,
Camera
Shaq
one.
has a meme
No.
now?
Oh.
This is going to be a meme. If you do this is going to be a meme.
I'll do it.
Okay. And wide shot. And wide shot.
Don't be
Yeah,
scared,
wide shot.
Candace.
Yo,
my hips don't lie, Candace.
happy birthday to Zaire Wade, man. Shout out to Zaire Wade. Happy 18th birthday. He has a game tonight, man. Go to work. I
What'd
love
you get him?
I'm proud of you.
What'd you get him? Truck?
You already got a truck.
Wow.
Did you go
You got a
around
little
with
something. You got a
stickums on like the door and the house and the car? Because all
He got some
He doesn't
money to
need
do
it.
what he want to do with it. You know what I mean? We'll see what he do. But happy birthday to my 18th-year-old, my firstborn, man. I love you so
amazing to
much.
hear.
Shout out to you.
Congrats.
So have a good game tonight, kid.
We're going to go to New Orleans. Brian Anderson, Jim Jackson, and Jared Greenberg on the call. New crew as well. We'll see. And that's the first half that we're right here at the American Express halftime report. Chuck, Candace, Shaq, don't kill me, please. Shaq, Candace, Wade. Let's get to the highlights. I'm dead. Zion and Giannis. Wow. Just put the tombstone together.
You mother.
Early on, Giannis steps outside, leaves him hanging.
and out.
Ghosted him.
Oh, right back at him.
Zion bringing the strength. You guys jumped out of your seats when you saw that.
If he'd have dunked that, I went crazy.
All right, let's take a look at our Amex teammates, but instead we're not going to do teammates. We're going to do opponents right here. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Zion Williamson. Giannis came out, only had 4 points in the first quarter and then dropped 12 in the second. But a lot of eyes are on Zion today. And Candace, I want to know what your eyes saw of him in the first half.
Well, just looking at the stat sheet, I am very excited that he's taken 13 shots. Going into this game, Coach Gentry challenged the entire Pelicans team to look for Zion. And listen, I don't care if he's extremely efficient. That's going to come. I mean, he's shooting over 60% from the field. I want him to be aggressive. And early on in this first half, you see him attacking length. The question was he going to be able to go against length? And so far, obviously, he's gone at Giannis's body, but he's taken advantage of Lopez at the center position. His speed, his quickness, his ability to get a second jump off after he misses the first shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough to guard, and I want him to shoot 26 shots this game. I want him to shoot 13 more in the second half.
Well, it's funny that 13 is the most shots he's attempted in any half thus far in the 7 games that he's played. Your eyes have been on Giannis.
I'm looking at Giannis, reminds me of an old school Chevrolet, averaging 30-plus points, 17.9 points in the paint. D-Wade used to love when I used to do this, forget lagging back, run through the middle, post up, get the ball right here. You know he's unstoppable, that Euro step. I don't care if it's a travel. And right here, you know, looking for his teammates. Oh, great play right there. You know, Coach Bud has done a better job of not just giving him the ball at the top of the key, but doing other things to get him open. And right here, he's saying, no, you ain't dunking on me. No posters for me tonight. This is why he's leading in the MVP. But again, that 17.9 points in the paint is good for a guy who, you know, doesn't really have a jump shot. He's been working on it. But, you know, for him to do that and, you know, average 30-plus every night, very impressive.
What do you think, Wade? What's catching your attention?
Well, what I love, man, is when you have a matchup, right? You coming into the game, the matchup is Giannis versus Zion. I love when coaches allow the matchup to be what it is. As you see, both coaches say, hey, you guys guard each other. We're going to give you the ball. You do your thing. And that's what I love. So Zion, been his first time playing against the league MVP. He's not scared. You know, he's shown that, and I love that about this kid. What I love about the way he finishes, he understands angles. He's 19 years old. He understands the angles he needs to get. And like Candace said, 13 shots, 3 for 13. I don't care if he go 3 for 26. We want to see him continue to be aggressive. And give credit to the coach. They're putting him all around the floor. He's not in one place. He's at the top of the key. He's on the wing. He's posting up. He's doing everything. So keeping him, you know, all around the floor where they cannot always see him is great. And what I love about Giannis is he plays his game. He don't care about the hype necessarily. He goes up there and plays his game. He's like Shaq with a twist.
Hey.
He get in the paint. He's a monster, but he also have the ability to be able to Euro. He has the ability. He's got the ability to be able to, you know, do the things that guards do.
Sure.
So I love that he's playing his game. 6 or 7 on the free throw line. He's living in the paint, as Shaq said, 17-plus points. I mean, it's living up to the hype for me.
This is only the 10th time this season the Bucks have been down at halftime. They're also one of the few teams to have a winning record at halftime. Sean Brown, please save me. Shaq is going to punch me in the break.
I didn't hear that.
Oh,
Yes.
Daz. I really did call him Shaq.
I know, Daz. You believe that?
How? Oh, man.
Underdog, put that on
Not
the T-shirt.
that similar. Wade, I need your help, pal. American Express halftime show.
I like that one right there. Underdog, put that on the T-shirt.
You're watching the American Express Halftime Report. American Express.
Coming up in our second game tonight, LA Lakers. Anthony Davis taking on the San Antonio Spurs. It's a very casual fit. Little leopard print hoodie, little Beats headphone. But we got the serious fits. I need your attention, Wade.
Oh, man.
Fit Watch BR Kicks. Here's your man LeBron. January 31st against Portland. That's James Harden.
No, stop.
Boy, hey,
Stop
he looked like a tent.
Russell Westbrook back on
I like that one. I like that one.
I like
With
that.
that white
I like
hat to
that.
match the jacket. Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Ooh, and you're covering up Kemba Walker here.
That's it,
January
Kemba. Run, Kemba.
28th.
Okay, I like that. That was hot.
I feel like James Harden captured your guys' attention there, though.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm not a.
Oh, I have no idea what that was.
What was that?
I don't know what that is right there, but it's all I know is it in the fashion world. That's cold.
Coat?
That's runway. That's off the runway right there.
I don't know. He looks like a human chess piece to me.
Like
a rook.
Is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
A 10.
I didn't see that.
You said a
I've never
10.
seen
You said a 10?
I didn't
Shaq, the stylist for James Harden was, I want to give credit, Romeo Hunt, and it was a poncho, in case you want to know what that was.
See?
Poncho, okay.
Told you.
No, he
Looks
said
like
a 10.
raindrops will
See?
fall.
He said a 10.
He said a 10. He tried to act
I
like
said a
he
10.
I just said.
I like Russ. I like Russ.
Every time.
I like
Russ.
Russ. I like
That's the
Russ.
worst.
I like
BR Kicks.
Russ
Follow
good.
for Sneakers and Lifestyle. Second half coming up. American Express halftime report. The music is nice. People are nicer. How you doing? Dwayne, you got good notes?
I ain't got none, actually.
You notice that Dwayne did a costume change? He came out, Beyonce'd us with a costume change.
Really changed.
It's game 2, baby.
I mean, this is a
This
wardrobe
is not a
change.
costume change. Don't
You
do
know
it
what I
like
was thinking about when you said that? Bernie Mac, rest in peace, on Kings of Comedy. What you got? I ain't got nothing.
You got nothing.
I ain't got nothing.
You look good, Dwayne.
Hold on. You switch clothes?
Yes.
Yeah, he switched. Switch up the outfit. It's nice.
I'm getting cozy. It's
Shaq is coming
almost
back.
midnight.
Shaq is coming back next week with his own meme machine and a wardrobe change. Okay.
Shaq, I heard you.
That's a good bet.
I heard you.
What'd I say?
You're a bet whisperer.
What'd I say? Oh, he heard me?
I can't.
Yeah,
see
I have
you.
a microphone
I can't say
on.
it.
I said this is going to last about 3 weeks. Ain't no way you're going to do this every week going into the playoffs. No way you're going
No,
to do it.
D-Wade.
No, you're going to do it. You going to do it?
Bet it. Yo, bet it.
Bet it.
You going
This
to do
man
it?
was taking photos by himself.
You going to do a double switcherooski every time?
Every week?
Okay.
That's his
Ooh,
thing.
That boy cold, lady. That boy cold.
All right, let's take a look at the American Express teammates early on. We'll get to that after this. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Oddly enough, the Lakers in the last 8 games, just 4-4. So we're not really kind of sure what's up. We pick it up in the second quarter because the first quarter was slow. LeBron right to the rack. Transition offense, always there.
And this is what I'm talking about. They score within 4 seconds of the shot clock. That's the way the Lakers want to play this year.
Oh, Green, that presence up to Anthony Davis for the dunk.
Oh, right side. Oh.
Oh, man.
I just like that everyone's involved. You look at the stat sheet, everyone is involved in this game. That's how it should be.
All right, here are the American Express teammates. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, 20 points combined, 6 rebounds. And look, you look at the box score here, the transition points, 17-2, Candace.
Yeah.
How did this happen? It's the number one thing you were yelling at the TV.
And that's the thing, defensively. I mean, it's making DeMar
My boy.
DeRozan get into the paint against length. You have your 6'10" point guard throwing it over
JaVale McGee.
6'9" point guard for the jam. And then again here,
JaVale McGee.
Flash, you can take a tough shot. You got Kuzma pushing the break.
Oh, no, that's the way.
Lakers running wide. Nobody wants to stop this man in transition. Nobody can stop this man in transition. The entire team doesn't want that.
Look at them leaking out, too.
Yeah.
Well, they're also doing a great job of finishing the defense, right? They're playing great defense, but if you look at it, they have 30 rebounds to San Antonio 17. So you can play great defense, but if you don't finish it with the rebound, then it doesn't matter. And they're doing a great job of that.
Is this something that can continue in the playoffs, though, when it gets to half-court basketball, just relying on transition offense like that?
You know, it's all about matchups in the playoff, and, you know, they match up. Listen, LeBron is always going to be the guy that causes problems, but, you know, he's the type of player he's going to keep everybody involved. D-Wade mentioned it earlier. What I like about the highlights that you showed, everybody's involved. If AD's involved and you got the guys hitting perimeter shots and they're playing defense like that, they're going to be tough to beat.
Blazers, Nuggets, Rockets, Hornets, all in action. We'll have those highlights coming up next on the American Express halftime show.
Candace, let's go change clothes.
You're watching the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, official card of the NBA.
Welcome back to the American Express halftime show. All right, this one's from Twitter. I'm all for a mid-show clothes change. Dwayne
Okay,
Wade.
Robert.
Innovator as usual.
Okay, Robert, that's what I'm talking about.
Apparently they're saying it's him caring for the audience as though we don't care. I don't know, Candace cares. All right, Hornets taking on the Rockets. Rockets 2 wins in a row. Hornets have lost 11 of their last 12. But they start off on fire, go up at 15 at one point.
That's Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham, 3-point shooter. He's going to be in the contest.
Breakout season.
Ooh, okay, Austin.
You know what remind me of D-Wade? Ricky Davis. Remember Ricky
Davis
Right.
with the braids when he running?
All right, second quarter here. James Harden starts to cook.
Oh, you're off.
Watch this one. Look how high he goes off the glass here.
I don't know if you guys have been watching James lately, but he hasn't had that. If you watch him, he got that James Harden swagger when he dribble, when he go to basket. He hasn't had that lately, so it's good to see him play with that swagger.
The other thing I like is he had 12 assists tonight. Almost had a 40-point triple-double. Hornets.
Well, Russ was out tonight, so he had to do a little bit more. Russ has been playing amazing, by the way, but he had to do a little more than that. That was tough. That was tough.
Hornets trying to hang around here. Devontae Graham trying
to
to
do Devontae.
Ricky Davis,
And if he doesn't get most improved,
right.
Definitely.
Kind of like him, Brandon Ingram.
Harden.
Harden had 22 in the first half. Finishes with 40.
Oh, throw it.
Out first. Wow.
He had a big night, too.
Is it true they got Clint Capella on the trading blocks?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're 10-1 without Clint Capella. They go on to win this game by 15. What's so interesting about this team right now is they're not committing turnovers. This is the big play that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, give me that. Oh, no, young fella.
Zion versus you.
If he'd have put that bow in his neck, ooh.
They go on to win big.
Ugly.
Zion and Giannis meeting at the rim. What's the meme we got here? Oh, some explosions. Looks like the Hulk.
Oh, that was well thought out, Evan Sachs.
And right here, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yo.
Yeah, Dwayne, I need you to take us
exactly.
through
Look
this.
at him backpedaling. Okay, first of all, don't even watch the dunk, but watch his feet. That's the best dunk
Hey, man,
ever.
Andy Verjar haven't talked. Don't keep showing
that he won't.
You want to send him a message right now?
I like
the
Andy.
relationship.
He's a good person. Yeah, Andy. Oh. Listen, it was just business. It's nothing personal.
You're right. Watch his feet touch the upper part of behind the basket.
Shaq, you were on.
No, Cleveland.
No?
I was on Cleveland.
That's what I'm saying. You were there. Yeah, I wish they could show the bench.
Oh, phenomenal.
You know, Anthony, my brother, was on.
We'll be right back. A little bit more American Express halftime show. Lakers Spurs.
Your brother's bodyguard.
You were my brother's bodyguard? Okay.
Joe, what you just witnessed was the Lakers putting on a show in the fourth quarter. It's a big night for us. It's our first night together as a show, and it's the first time I can remember seeing LeBron.
It's your first night, rookie.
Yeah, well, that's why we got donuts for Candace and Shaq.
Oh, yeah, this is not fair. Okay.
We got big news, though. We got LeBron on the headset.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
Fourth quarter. I'm tossing it over to Wade.
Rag James.
Ask him whatever.
Six, what up, man?
What's going on, Trey?
So, you know, we talked before the game. I said I need you to have a big one so you can come on and holler at me after the game. I ain't know he's going to be 36. 6 threes like
You put a lot of pressure on me, man, before the game. A lot of pressure.
Man, I see. I got a couple questions for you, bro. You know, as someone, and we in the studio talking about this, but as someone who went to 8 finals in a row, what are you looking for out of AD, you know, being the next guy next to you, someone who hasn't been in this position in this later half of the season? What would you be looking for from him and the rest of your teammates?
I mean, we're going to play a lot of regular season games that's going to feel like playoff intensity, you know, because everybody get up to play us. So, you know, a lot of our games, especially on the road, is going to have some type of playoff intensity. So with AD being, you know, not as experienced in the playoffs, you can kind of use that, you know, as some experience, you know, to kind of tell him, like, you know, tonight is going to be one of those games, kind of envision that being in the postseason as well. So, you know, AD's been consistent all year, man, you know, scoring the ball, rebounding the ball, being a defensive player of the year that he's capable of being, and he's been doing that all year. So, you know, it's all about consistency and also his leadership. You know, his leadership has gotten better and better and better as the months went on. And, you know, for me, I'm just kind of watching from afar, give my 1-2 cent when needed, but, you know, just knowing that, you know, just let him do his thing.
Yeah, 100%. And also, too, man, we all talk about this. Obviously, 35 years old, 17 years in the NBA. But I feel like I've been, as your teammate, I saw you in your prime, and I saw how great you were. But now, at this age, with all the experience you have, you seem like on some nights the game is just easy, and you've gotten better. Talk to all the kids out there as a 4-time MVP, as a 3-time champion, how you continue to get better, and the things they should be looking to do as a basketball player to inspire to always be their best selves.
I think it's, you know, when you have all the athleticism, you have all the quickness, you have all the speed, you're able to jump as high as you can at that point in time in your career. I think that's when you need to sharpen your mind even more. So when you get later on in your career, you know, your mind is sharp. You know, we're all NBA players, and for a reason, you know, because of our God-given ability, the way we're able to do things with the basketball, the way we're able to come together as a team. But it's, you know, the ones that, you know, kind of stay in the top tier are the ones who can also outthink the game as well. So, you know, for me, being able to, you know, give it to the young guys is about, one, taking care of your body, you know, taking care of your body, also being able to be coachable, and then just putting in the work, either, you know, when you're feeling great, go on the floor, put your time in on the floor, get better and better and better. And then when you're not feeling as great, or your legs feeling, you know, heavy, or your body feeling, you know, heavy, then, you know, getting your stretching, getting your ices, you know, getting your massages, getting all that stuff, you know, to kind of just prolong your career and prolong your game. And also just having that mental fitness, you know, will always help you along down your career.
LeBron, I played with some of the all-time greats, including yourself, but you were the first guy that you wrote goals on the board. So what were the goals for the Lakers when you first got there? Well, not last year, but this year, you know, with the addition of AD and Howard and all those guys. What were the goals for this team?
I think it was all about mental focus. Obviously our long-term goal is to be able to host up, that trophy. But that's, further on down the road. And for us being a new group, having many new acquisitions that we had in the offseason, bringing a new team, is how fast we can gel, how fast we can come together as a brotherhood, how fast we can have this camaraderie and have the same goal in mind. That every day we're trying to work championship habits, and we have, quite a few guys that's been able to, win championships in this league. So, having those habits every single day. Also, just giving all the game to AD, understanding how important he is to this whole thing. Him being 26 years old, him being, the great player that he is. And, everybody just kind of following, me and AD, how we practice, how we are on the plane, how we are in the locker room and things of that nature. So we just want to continue to get better as the season go on. And, with the All-Star break coming up, right after the All-Star break, that's when it really gets going. So, just having that mental focus.
This year, it seems like the Lakers have really committed on the defensive end, which has allowed you guys, obviously, to have you guys are top 4 in the league defensively. You guys are able to get out in transition and give fans, just to have to guard you and AD in transition. First, can you talk about that commitment and where you feel like you're at defensively? And then secondly, listen, D-Wade's a rookie, so we had to make him bring in donuts today. But I was just wondering if there's anything else that
you brought them
you
last year,
could...
donuts?
Yeah, I text Adam and I text
Your
D-Wade.
boy on the Krispy Kreme, holla.
Okay, so anyway, I'm just asking if there's anything else that you could give, maybe making the rookies do, backpacks or something like that.
Okay, so to answer your first question, Candace, for us, Frank Vogel being a defensive-minded coach, D-Wade and I both know those wars we had with the Indiana Pacers and how great they were defensively. Yeah. And then you bring in an Avery Bradley, you bring in a Danny Green, you bring in an Anthony Davis, you bring in a Dwight Howard. You have these defensive-minded guys that buy into it right away, and then everybody else falls into place. So it's been great for us, all year. We have so many great defenders, both at the wing spot, both at the point of position, and then in the interior with JaVale, AD, and Dwight. So that's worked out for us tremendously. For the second question, you always can, you could have him wear like a little Dora the Explorer book bag or SpongeBob SquarePants book bag, or you can make him carry your bag into work.
That's a good one.
He can carry all y'all bags into work, bring y'all some newspapers, rookie duty, stuff like that. He come pick y'all up, take y'all to work and stuff like that. Oh, my bad, D-Wade. My fault. You're right.
I appreciate it. All right, LeBron, man, 6 threes, tying the season high, and not 1, not 2, but 5 of them in the fourth. Take me through how you were feeling towards the end of this game, man.
They cut the lead in the third quarter, and I knew I was going back in the fourth, so just tried to put a little pressure, see if my hand was hot. My teammates did a good job of getting me the ball, and they were, kind of daring me to shoot the ball. And it's something I work on every single day. So I just believed in my ability to shoot it from the perimeter. A few of them went in. The crowd went crazy. My teammates, beat me up. I ain't got jumped like that since, I was like growing up in the places that you shouldn't grow up in. But it's fun, man. It's fun to be able to, have a moment like that where you get in the zone and your teammates are celebrating and cheering for you and your crowd is going crazy. So. All the blessings to the man above, that's for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't just crowd going crazy. Social media was going nuts. Another one. DJ Khaled, LeBron James knocking down shots. Cameron Peters saying, "We're not worthy. We're not worthy." And then Julian added LeBron, and you were practically the dude at the arcade, man. That was awesome to watch.
Papa shot.
I appreciate it, guys. That's for sure.
All right, so we did notice something on the amazing app that is TikTok. Is that LeBron's been dancing with the kids, Dwayne's been dancing with the kids. I need Shaq to weigh in. Who did it better? Here's LeBron. Shaq, what do we think?
You got your socks off too? Comfortable now.
Hey man, listen, y'all know how much these shoes is on. I gotta let them dogs breathe.
Get it.
Nice.
All right, Shaq, who's the winner?
Well, I play with both these guys, and I'm good friends with both of them. I plead the Fifth America.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. I plead the Fifth.
LeBron.
I ain't got nothing.
Hey, Bronny, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, King.
I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all,
Tell my
right?
boy JaVale McGee I said what up.
No, for sure.
Awesome. Congrats on the
bro.
38th win of the season, man.
Yes, sir.
Be well. LeBron. Man, Wade, you can really get some pull around here.
Well, he made me look good, you know.
Except for giving away all the hazing.
Do I got to bring donuts again? Was that enough right there?
First of all,
It's up to
those
Queen
things you
Candace.
brought were not
I
donuts.
kind of like the Dora Explorer backpack.
Those things you
Wasn't
brought were
that
not donuts.
All right, let's get to the highlights. Lakers, it started off really slow. They started picking up in the second quarter. This is where Candace was spotlighting transition.
And that's the thing. They outscored San Antonio. I think they had 17-2 transition
Oh, good
points in the
pass.
first half. When you have AD and LeBron and you have to guard them 94 feet, nobody wants that.
Uh-oh.
That was nice right there.
Wow. Lakers shot a season high 58.8% from the field and still dominated on the glass. Second half, more of the same. Great ball movement here from the Lakers.
That's what LeBron does. He gets everybody involved, moves the ball. And my boy JaVale McGee with the wide open slam dunk.
I feel like I've seen him try to DJ too.
Hey, JaVale
That was that Kyrie Irving
nothing
under the basket.
negative to say about JaVale McGee ever again. He's playing excellent basketball.
Might want to guard him.
You know, Adam, the one thing which the few games I've watched this year, and when you think about a long run in the playoffs, and you think about winning the championship.
As LeBron gets hot from three.
They had a 13-5 run, San Antonio did, on the Lakers when LeBron went to the bench. And that's something they're going to have to, they're going to find their game when he goes to the bench.
Right.
And right now, I think they're struggling a little bit. I don't know the season numbers, but every time I've watched it, they struggle a little bit when he goes to the bench.
And a lot of the pressure has been on Rondo, you know, to be able to carry.
5-year-old guy to play me.
You were sleeping that day.
That was rude and inappropriate.
Can I use your likeness?
That guy looks nothing like me. This is delicious here. I don't know what that guy is.
Thanks, Jet.
You will be hearing from my attorneys in the morning.
We
telling you
truly-
that now.
We didn't use your likeness. It wasn't you guys.
Let me tell you something. As soon as
Come on. That's us, really.
Come on.
Hey, that dude do look like you, Chuck.
Yeah.
Why are you so small, Kenny?
Because I just feet the seat.
Because he just knocked the seat down. Yeah.
When I'm watching TV tomorrow and I see one of them attorney commercials come on, I'm gonna call him.
Hey, listen.
Better call Saul.
Nothing like the original.
Oh, the hammer.
The hammer. How did I get the night off? Oh, load management.
Yeah. Hey, let's look at the American Express teammates. They're not actually teammates, but Norman Powell's had himself a nice first half for Toronto. 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting, hit 3 from deep. And Steph Curry scoreless in the first quarter on 0 for 2 shooting. It has 11 in the first half, 3 out of 9. 2 out of 7 from deep, including that one we showed you as we came in. But what'd you make of the return of Steph Curry after missing 58 games?
I'm just great to see, one of the greatest players in our game on the floor. Now, in the summertime comes, he'll be working on his game and not rehabbing. So, nobody's running?
No.
Okay.
We're not hanging with you anymore.
It's like that. But I'll tell you what he does. He obviously, he's a magnet for the defense. So all of a sudden, there's different spacing when he's on the floor. You look how freeze it here. Norman Powell is not denying. No one else in the whole floor is being denied except for this guy. So what that creates is a better driving lane for Marquise and a better passing lane for him as well. Because now he's able to get the ball and move it out because there's only one guy. But the constant movement of this guy here, but freeze it here. Now, look at the attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's eyes is towards Steph. But he's a magician with the basketball, and he can find guys that aren't there and get them easy shots. This is what Steph Curry, MVP, does. And then the movement. He's never stopping. He's never going to stop moving. No point guard on Golden State can do what he does. He's never going to stop. He's going to find opportunities. I don't see it there. I'm going to move back out. I'm using screens. Freeze it here. And now most people say, well, the play is over. Toronto's done a great job defensively. But this guy with 2 different color sneakers on says, no, you better step out a little further because that's cash, rules, everything around me.
From the A in Chase, he knocked down that 3, 11 points in the first half. The story for Toronto, though, was Norman Powell.
Yes, even though Kyle and Siakam is the 1-2 punch, they're pretty good at doing it by committee. They did that last year in the championship. And today, Norman Powell, it's his night. This guy usually averages 15.9. He has 23. And look, when you're hot, they get you the ball. And that's how most championship teams play. Okay, I know this is my team, but this guy's hot right now. He's shooting the ball. Let's just give him the ball. Here he is right here getting in the seam. And right here, he has the ability to do this, to pull up. Boom, when you're feeling it, whoever is feeling it on the team, whether they're the go-to guy or not, you get it to him.
Yeah, he's had a great year. 50% shooter this year and 9 out of 14 in the first half. Chuck?
And I just got to take my hat off to Nick Nurse and Masai Ujiri. These guys are well coached. They do a fabulous job. They got a great organization. You know, I think most people thought they were going to fall apart when Kawhi left. For them to be as good as they are this year, you got to take your hat off to the coach Nurse and Masai because, man, these guys are balling. Mark Gasol has been out a lot, but these guys are playing great. And they just play smart basketball, which was underrated in today's game.
They've led by as many as 14. The lead is 7 at the break, and we'll be back with more on the American Express halftime report in just a second.
Check out the commercials.
Yeah,
We thought you was our friend, Kenny.
Yeah. How about some highlights, y'all?
The Joker.
And the Nuggets in Charlotte.
Kill him softly, brother.
Joker had 14, 11,
That's a
and
dunk.
8.
Oh.
That is P.J. Washington.
P.J. Washington, I like him. And known him since high school.
Jamal Murray, after that Golden State loss, had said, put that one on me. So I need to play better at both ends of the floor. He breaks the tie here, and then Scary Terry off the mark.
Scary Terry. Why are you going for a 3 in that situation?
Denver wins it by a deuce. They are now 5-0 in games decided by 2 points or less. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Houston in the first half was 2 for 22 from 3.
This was just a beatdown.
They finished the game 7 for 42.
Man.
That's 17%. Mike D'Antoni.
This guy. Oh, my goodness. Come on, man.
Oh, God.
25, 6, and 5 for Kawhi.
Hey, since he called his team out, they have not lost.
And Montrezl Harrell there. And it is a rout in Houston, 120 to 105.
Thank you, Jake.
That's one of my favorite movies right there.
Which one?
Mike, he played
McLovin.
McLovin, yeah.
One of my partners.
Really?
Thank you, Jake.
That was a funny movie.
Yeah. You're losing your ascot. There you go. Okay, looking good. Now we will bring you inside the NBA, presented by Kia. 4 games on the slate tonight. Good night for all the road teams. And excitement returns to San Francisco with the return of Steph Curry. All the highlights come your way next, as well as some impending birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
23, Kenny.
Did we ask for that?
23 with limited